Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first and second round of the GBA FDL. As you probably can tell, or maybe not, I don't know, I'm a little bit sick, and I was a little bit sick when I played these matches, so I don't know if it really had a big impact, but yeah. I'm gonna commentate the two first matches I played. The first one was against El Zizor and Lars from the real GBA, the coach of Borussia Donphan, and he brought a team of Victini, Skarmory, Nihilego, Garchomp, Buzzwole, and Azumarill. So, which is pretty interesting because he did not bring Manectric, which I kind of expected because I have Dugtrio in the back, and Manectric cannot really beat Dragonite once Dragonite is set up. But one thing I was a bit surprised he didn't bring was the Tapu Bulu, which he also has. I did not bring Volcarona, nor did I bring Cobalion for this match. And just looking at his team matchup, I felt like it wasn't like an impossible match. I knew that Skarmory was going to be a pain to kill, as well as Buzzwole. Buzzwole could be a huge threat for his team. But I'm not gonna make a huge team builder, but I might well just tell what my team was composed of. I had a Sharpedo, which was Life Orb, Special, Hidden Power, Flying, Ice Beam, and Surf. If I got rid of the Azumarill, this Pokemon could do a huge amount of work. I had Choice Scarf, Dugtrio, Adamant with Earthquake, Memento, Aerial Ace, and Pursuit. That was not my idea, that was MTB's idea, because he helped me build this team. We have Ebens at the Dragonite. It was Dragon Dance, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, and Earthquake with the Electrium Z, just in case that Azumarill gets way out of hand. We got the Versatile Mew, that's a defensive Mew, with Defog, Will-O-Wisp, Soft Boil, and Ice Beam. Just for the Garchomp, which could also be a huge problem. I mean, his whole team is a huge problem, except for his Mega, which I feel like I have several answers for. I mean, even Diancie can beat it 1v1. And of course we have my Diancie, which was a bit of a weird spread. It had quite a lot of defense EVs, but that was just so it could take like a Choice Banded Aqua Jet from Azumarill. It had Stealth Rock, Earth Power, Power Gem, and Moonblast. It was my rocks. It was a Pokemon I had to set up rocks, and I felt that it could be quite reliable at that, because it could, you know, if I could get it inland, something like Victini, I could like threaten that thing out and get up my rocks. I could threaten things like Nihilego with like an Earth Power or something. So I felt like the team wasn't bad, but I knew this was going to be a hard matchup because neither of my Wincons can win on their own, so they need some support. Anyway, we might as well just get this game going, shall we? Switch sides. So immediately he leads off with his Skarmory. I expect that, and goes straight into Zapdos. He switches out here into his Fancy Hat, as I just go for Discharge. Unfortunate, I don't get a Paralyze, I don't get Para, but I just gonna go into Mew. This is my best switching for this, and as you see, that does a ton. I don't really have good answers for that Pokemon. He goes hard into his Victini here, as I am just forced to, well, I'm just going to stay in. I don't really have any answers for this. I just go for Soft Boil, trying to scout what he's going to do. He just went for Will-O-Wisp. So I guess this is like a support Victini with like Shed Shell. Anyway, I go hard into my Diancie now. He goes for U-Turn, so that kind of confirms that he is quite a supporty set. And here I just stunt on him. I just Mega Evolve and set up the rocks, which is the wrong play, because if I'm first going to stay in and, you know, expect that he's not gonna attack me, why on earth would I go for Stealth Rocks? I could just chip him down with like Power Gem here, but unfortunately that play did not work out as well as I thought. I did not really gain a lot on this, but anyway, yeah. So I switch out here into my Zapdos. It is my best switching in case he goes for the Iron Head, but he's smart and goes for the Stealth Rock. I am just gonna fire off a new Discharge. I know for a fact that this Pokemon is not gonna enjoy that, but no Para again. So I switch out into Versatile here, Versatile the Mew. I know he can take a hit, and I know I can probably Soft Boil up, but This is gonna be a roll. And unfortunately my Mew goes down. But you know what that means? That means I can revenge kill this with the Scarf Dugtrio. There's nothing this fancy hat can do. It is dead. And it wasn't Shed Shell at least. That's something. As he goes hard into his boss wall, I don't have any switches for this monster. I just go hard into Zapdos and pray. This Zapdos is Charty Berry, but unfortunately he goes for the Ice Punch and freezes me, which doesn't really matter because I'm gonna thaw immediately. Just go for the nice Heat Wave here. It does not KO, which is a bit unfortunate, as he just go for the second Ice Punch. I could have probably, a better play would probably be to go for Roost to get some more health back, but unfortunate. Again, I don't know what I was thinking during this game. I did not think straight, and already I've lost both my defensive mon, and now Pokemon such as Garchomp is going to be a huge pain. I don't have anything to really threaten Skarmory immediately. But anyway, my MTB Green is in here, and it is just going to KO it with a Aerial Ace. Cobra Berry does not help because it is low as hell, and now he can just go straight into his Skarmory again. I cannot touch this thing, so I go hard into my Dragonite, which was not a smart move because Dragonite is going to take a ton. And now I just have to pray that he's in weird set. So I try to set up here, as he's just going to whirlwind me, and now it is pretty much game. I cannot really do a lot. If I switch too much now, I'm just going to take in a lot of damage. And there you see, that Power Gem does a lot. If I went for Power Gem the turn I went for Stealth Rock, this play here would have worked out. Okay, so I go into my Sharpedo here. I know Surf is going to do a lot, but it doesn't do enough. I mean, maybe it wouldn't matter anyway because he does have a Azumarill in the back, which could just stunt on this Pokemon any day. But, you know, little things like that. And I haven't really been preserving my win cons really well. My Dragonite is low as hell, and this Pokemon, well, we can Pursuit it to death. But now he can get in his Garchomp. I don't have any switch-ins for this. I just go for Pursuit here. I should probably have switched out here, but he's just gonna go for the Dragon Claw and kill me. Now I realize I don't have anything for this Pokemon. The only thing I can do is pray that he is not Scarf, but Scarf Garchomp would make a lot of sense against my team, and as we're gonna see, unfortunate, it is Scarf. So I don't kill it, and either way I wouldn't be able to kill the Azumarill. So that is game. GG LC. So I played this match so poorly, and I mean, maybe there was a lot in. Maybe I could have prepped better as well. I mean, like this Skarmory turn, I could have done so much better. But you know, and I probably could have done a lot better with the Buzzwole as well, because if I'm not wrong, I'm just gonna go up here and check. Yeah, when Buzzwole was there, I could have probably just gone to Diancie if Diancie wasn't dead. I'm just gonna go back. So if we go back to the Buzzwole, yeah. So when I went for the Heat Wave, I mean, Buzzwole would die to Stealth Rocks anyway because it was at 9%. So I could have gone into Diancie, and you know, because Diancie can threaten a lot more than Dugtrio can. I mean, Diancie wouldn't just give Skarmory a free switch in. So that was again a bad play by me. But again, I couldn't think straight, and I'm not going to blame anything. I'm not going to blame my team for this loss. I'm not going to blame anything but myself, because this was a really poor match by the Brannette. But anyway, we have a second game ready. This is against the Faded Andy, and he has a terrifying team. He has a team of Terrakion, Superior, Mamoswine, Tapu Fini, Mega Beedrill, and Crobat. He did not bring his Hydreigon and his Heatran, while I brought a team of Diancie. This Diancie, I'm just gonna bring up the team real fast. Sorry. The team I brought was Mega Diancie with Rock Polish, Earth Power, Moonblast, and Ancient Power. Very offensive. This is a modest Diancie. If I can get up a Rock Polish, this thing can sweep. I brought a very defensive Cobalion with max speed in case I had to speed, in case I was facing Terrakion 1v1. I could speed tie with it and potentially kill it. I had Cobra Berry Volcarona with Quiver Dance. That was just so with Giga Drain, Bug Buzz, and Flamethrower. Cobra Berry would help me take hits from his Crobat, as I don't think a +1 Flamethrower would be able to one-hit KO. I had Focus Sash Dugtrio with Earthquake, Memento, Reversal, and Stone Edge. which is, it had a great coverage. Just look at that coverage. Earthquake. I mean, the only thing that resists that is Superior and his Crobat. And Crobat just dies to Stone Edge anyway. We also have Mew. This is like an offensive Mew, actually. It is Poisonium C with U-Turn, Earthquake, Gangshot, and Sword Stance. This is my best Pokemon against Feeny, guys. This was the best thing I had against Feeny. I just went a little bit. I just went full retard with his Mew. I mean, Sword Stance could be great. I mean, if he. I mean, it's not like Mew outspeeds a lot anyway, but in case I got like a free turn of setup, I could do that. It has Earthquake for coverage, it has great coverage against his team, and U-Turn just for momentum. And of course we have Zapdos, the H-Bomb with Defog, Volt Switch, Heat Wave, and Root. This is a defensive Zapdos with Defog. It was basically the only I mean, I only have 2 Defogger, and if I'm gonna use Mew as a check to his Feeny, then Zapdos kinda have to be my Defogger, because Rocks is gonna really screw over my Volcarona. And in the back, the Pokemon I did not bring here was Dragonite and the Sharpedo. Actually, this team I actually made alone. I'm sorry, MTB, but this guy was like, I want to battle today, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm just gonna make this team. And this team is, I felt like the team composition here is much better than against El Ciso, but we're gonna see how this game turned out, shall we? So, switch sides. So he leads off with his Crobat, as I lead off with my Cobalion. My Cobalion is on an air balloon, which is just popped right away, but I know Cobalion has a really good matchup against this Crobat. My Cobalion has Volt Switch and Close Combat as an head, but I don't think I've told that. And it's also my Rocker. So I just go for the safe Stealth Rocks here. No worries whatsoever. He does have his Tapu Fini out. I guess he can defog them straight away if he wants. Anyway, I just go hard into Mew. I don't want this to be some weird scarf thing or anything, so I just go hard into Mew here. I don't know what he expects, so I'm just gonna fire off the Poisonium C Gunk Shot immediately, and that does a lot of damage, as he just taunts predicting that probably I'm a defensive Mew or something. So I'm predicting he's gonna switch out. He probably has to, because this is his Defogger, most likely. So I'm just gonna go for U-Turn here, as he switches out to his Mamoswine. Mamoswine is not gonna enjoy this little chip. Rocks and chip is gonna wear it down pretty quickly, and now I can go hard into my Cobalion again. So Cobalion is in, Cobalion is out. This Pokemon did a lot of work against his team. He goes hard Crobat, which can take a close combat, but other than that, Crobat can't do a lot to this Pokemon. So I'm just gonna go for the safe Volt Switch as he U-turns again. That does 5. It doesn't do anything, as I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch. That is actually gonna kill this Tapu Fini. I don't know if I really wanted to kill it, but I'm okay with that. The rocks are up to stay, so at this point I'm in a really good position. I'll just go hard into Zapdos, as I can Volt Switch out immediately. But that, I don't like the Terrakion. Terrakion scares me, so I'm just gonna hard switch as he doubles out into the Superior. And here I do the misplay number 1 in this game, and it's a huge one. Because at the range that Cobalion is now, it actually has a small percentage to take a hit from Terrakion. So I probably should have switched hard into Zapdos already. But instead, as we're gonna see, I have it on slow now because it went really fast last time. He just goes for the Leaf Storm. That does a lot of damage, surprisingly much if you ask me. And I just go for the close combat. It does around half. It's gonna be a 2-hit KO, but the next Leaf Storm is gonna kill me. So I am just gonna, so now I have to switch Cobalion. Cobalion is just too good to just sack immediately. I'm gonna go hard into Zapdos here. I should have gone hard Zapdos immediately, because now he can 2-hit KO me with Leaf Storm. So that was probably a bad play, but I did get some damage off on this, so I don't know. Anyway, he kills me with Hidden Power, Ice or Rock. I'm not really sure. I do think it is Rock, because I do have Volcarona in the back. But anyway, I am now in a really bad position. This thing is gonna KO anything, so I have to send out Dugtrio, and here comes misplay number 2. And I don't know what I was thinking here. So I do have reversal on this thing, but I also have Stone Edge, and I do think that a Stone Edge crit could KO here. But instead I went for reversal first. I have like that play there. Why? Why did I do that? He brings me down to the sash that I have. He is trapped though, so now I am safe to go for the reversal. This one is gonna KO because this one does 10 times as much. And his large Sneak is dead. But now he is free to go into B-Drill, and there's really not a lot I can do here except for go into my Cobalion. Now this was kind of a risky play because he might have had Drill Run, which would just decimate my Cobalion in 2 hits. However, I did look at his team composition and I was like, would he have Drill Run though? I mean, I do know that this Pokemon walls both, it walls his Crobat and Beedrill if that's not the case. And he's going to show something really interesting here. So he just Mega Evolves and goes for the knockoff, and I get the Justified boost, which is nice. So I guess that because he's knockoff, that he might not have it. I mean, he might have like U-turn, he might have Poison Jab, obviously. I don't know what Poison Jab is actually good against on my team, to be quite honest. Maybe he didn't have that at all. But what we're going to see here is a play that really worked out for this guy. So the Faded Andy just go for Tailwind. As I kill this with Send Headbutt. And just look at what's coming in now. So he's down 5-3, but he does not, but this thing is in. And I'm like, shit, I cannot beat this now. So what I have to do is just sack Cobalion. Cobalion is too low, he cannot take any hits anymore. So goodbye Cobalion. And now I have to stall out his Tailwind turns. And okay, so the order I went this with was like, okay, first I go Mew to like, because I knew this was his Sea Captain that he had. And he might, you know, I might want to force his C move now and not later. Because I can still win with Volcarona. If I get in Volcarona on the turn where Tailwind peters out, and I can set up a Quiver Dance if he misses Stone Edge, I can still win. So I go into Mew here. If he wants to kill this thing, he has to go for the C Continental Crush, which he does, and KOs my Mew. And now I have to go hard into Volcarona and Quiver Dance in front of a Terrakion in order to win this game. But he doesn't miss Stone Edge, so Volcarona is dead. And now I am in a really shit position here. I can still win, but it's gonna be really hard. So what I can do now is just trap him with Dugtrio. This Derpinator is dead. I can just go for reversal. It's gonna KO probably 10 of these Terrakions. And he is free to go into Crobat. Crobat is gonna revenge kill me easily. And we're gonna see something really interesting. I guess this is banded Crobat because he does go for the Steel Wing, which does actually have a 10% chance of missing. So yeah, that's not a good thing. If he's banded Steel Wing, I cannot beat him with Diancie. And unless he misses, I have to hope for a new miss this time. The rule in this league is that you have to Mega Evolve the first turn. Otherwise, I could probably stay in regular form. I don't know if it would have tanked it either way, but I could have, at least it would have given me a better chance. I could have stayed in regular form. I could have gone for the Rock Polish and get my +2 speed and then try to kill it. Or hope for a miss. That's what I have to do. And unfortunately, we don't get that miss. So yeah. GG to the Faded Andy. That Tailwind just threw me off guard so much, and it really fucked my team over. Sorry the language. But yeah, so that was my first 2 GBA FDL games, and as you can see, they did not go very well. And I don't really have anything to say. I cannot blame anything else than myself on this loss, on these losses. Because at least in Faded Andy game, at least in the game against the Faded Andy, I feel like I had a serious shot of winning. I had a serious chance, but I did like some plays that could have gone differently. But at least I wasn't like, at least I had some momentum in this game, unlike with the game against Lars, where I was just stomped on. And another thing I want to say about these games is that I noticed in both games how good Dugtrio is for the team. And it's not necessarily because Dugtrio is so good, but it might be because the rest of the team lacks certain things. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for here. I mean, Dugtrio is pretty good, and I really know how to use Dugtrio. I just have to be able to set up. Volcarona and Dragonite have not been doing anything. Neither has Diancie, so I really have to step up my game. There are 2 games left. I'm probably out of the thing if I want to go. I mean, the top 2 spots in each division, yeah, goes through, and I'm probably out of that race. But I want to get at least 1 win, and I need to step up my game. The 2 next opponents are terrifying as well. I need to probably be able to use Volcarona and Dragonite better. Cobalion in this game was really good, and Dugtrio in this game was really good. Mew did exactly what it did. It took out Feeny, it prevented the rocks, it prevented it from defogging away the rocks, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. I need to step up my game, and that's all I have to say. GG. Good game to Lars and Faded Andy. I'm Kinetico. Peace.